What are the characteristics of a livable city? Watch the following video to find out which city is the most livable in the world, and write down what you think are the characteristics of a good city to live in and the characteristics of a bad city to live in.
What is the most livable city in the world? Don't be too fast to answer that question, that is if you don't have the liver to engage in a textual brawl. To consider a city livable, you must look at how clean the water and air is. You also need to consider the availability of food and shelter, communality and hospitality of the city's communities, how easy for the youth to develop social skills, and the depth of the sense of identity and autonomy are all important indicators. Availability, accessibility, and stability of culture and infrastructure are also big factors combined. Assessing cities in the world using these indices, as given by Monocle's Most Livable Cities Index, the Economist Intelligence Unit Global Livability Ranking, and Mercer Quality of Living Survey, you find Vienna, the capital and largest city of Austria, the most livable city in the world according to the last most reliable record. Number 1. Vienna in Austria scores 99.1% in the ranking index. The city, with about 1.9 million inhabitants, which is nearly 1/3 of the country's population, is the cultural, economic, and political center. Number 2. Melbourne. This city in Australia, with its 98.4% score, has continued to compete among the top 10. You can rate it high with the environmental metric after establishing a strict and aggressive zero carbon emissions goal. Number 3. Sydney. This Australian city, with its 98.1% score, has been on the list of the top 10 for some years. It scores high on environmental efficiencies. Number 4. Osaka. In Japan, Osaka scores 97.7 on the Livable Index. It's the second largest metropolitan city in Japan and the 10th largest urban city in the world. Number 5. Calgary. A Canadian city scores 97.5% in the Livable Cities Index. Its situation in the Bow River and the Elbow River around the south of the province is an advantage for Calgary. Number 6. Sydney. Another Australian city is Sydney, has a 97.4% score, which gives it the number 6 score on the list of the most livable city. Number 7. Vancouver. Another Canadian city on the Western Front has 97.3% on the Most Livable City Index. The city in the British Columbia Lower Mainland is the most populous in that province. The multilingual and multi-ethnic city is enjoying a good ranking on the index. Number 8. Tokyo. A city in Japan scores 97.2%. Going how the year 2020 panned out, the Japanese city of Tokyo ranks among the 10 most livable cities. Considering the overall quality of life despite the year's challenge, it scores high in most metrics. Number 9. Toronto. Toronto in Canada ties with Tokyo by making it 97.2%. The city, serving as the capital of the province of Ontario with a population of 2,731,571 in 2016, plays host to a lot of events and organizations, thanks to it being a livable city. Number 10. Copenhagen. Let's conclude this list at Denmark, where we find the famous city of Copenhagen that scores 96.8% on the Most Livable Cities metrics. You would remember the city for its clear hosting of the greatest world events. The foregoing list of the most livable cities tends to vary from year to year. Nevertheless, Vienna continues to be among the top. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe, comment, and turn on the notification bell.